If you've been shopping for homes in New Hampshire and keep seeing private well and septic system in the listing details, and you have absolutely no idea what that means, this video is going to save you a lot of stress. I'm Christine Johnson, your favorite Lakes Region real estate agent, and well water and septic come up quite a bit in this area. So let's talk about what it actually means, what to watch out for, and what questions you need to be asking before you ever make an offer. Let's start at the beginning, because if you've lived in a city or suburb your whole life, you've probably never had to think about where your water comes from or where it goes. When a home is on municipal water, the town handles it. You pay a bill, water comes in, waste goes out, done. With a private well, your water comes from underground, drilled into the earth on your property, pumped up into your house. With a private septic system, your wastewater goes into a tank buried on your property, where it's treated and dispersed into the ground through what's called a leach field. Neither of these is a bad thing. Millions of people have a well and a septic and never think twice about it, but they do require some understanding and a good inspection before you buy. Here's the thing about well water that surprises a lot of buyers. The inspection isn't just about whether water comes out of the tap. It's about what's in the water. You're going to want a water quality test. This checks for things like bacteria, nitrates, arsenic, radon, and other minerals that may vary by region. Iron here is very common, and radon and arsenic are things that we definitely want to watch out for. Not because every well has them, but because the geology here makes it worth checking. Your home inspector can facilitate a water test, or your real estate agent, that's me, can point you in the right direction. If the water comes back with something in it, that's not automatically a deal breaker. A lot of issues can be addressed with a filtration or a treatment system. What matters is that you know what you're dealing with before you close. Septic inspections are their own thing, and they're non-negotiable. You want a licensed septic inspector, not just your general home inspector, to evaluate the septic system. A full septic inspection typically involves checking out the tank, checking the condition of the tank itself, the inlet, the outlet baffles, the leach field. What you're looking for is a system that's functioning properly, has been maintained, and has the capacity for the number of bedrooms in the home. Septic systems are actually sized by bedroom count, not by the number of people living there. Ask the seller for records. When was the tank last pumped? Has there been any repair work done? A well-maintained septic system can last 25 to 30 years or longer. A neglected one can cost you thousands of dollars. Replacing a septic system or leach field is very pricey. So this is not an inspection you skip or rush. Here's something a lot of buyers don't find out until it's almost too late. If you're using an FHA or a VA loan, there are specific requirements around well and septic that don't apply to conventional financing. FHA and VA loans require that the well and the septic system meet minimum distance requirements from each other and from the property lines. The water has to meet health standards, and the appraiser is going to be looking at this, not just the inspector. This doesn't mean you can't use FHA or VA financing on a home with well and septic. Plenty of people do, but you need a lender who's done these deals before and knows what to expect. And you need to build in enough time for the appropriate inspections. Let's say your inspection comes back and there's an issue. Low flow rate, bacteria in the water, a septic tank that needs replacing. What do? You have options. You can ask the seller to remediate the issue before closing. You can negotiate a price reduction to cover the cost of addressing it yourself. You can ask for a credit at closing, or if it's significant enough, you can walk away. And if you've written your offer properly, which you always should do, then you can do just that without losing your deposit. The key is not to panic and not to assume an issue is a deal breaker. You need to understand the cost and the scope of fixing what's wrong. Well water and septic sounds intimidating if you've never dealt with it before, But once you understand what you're inspecting and what questions to ask, it becomes just another part of the process. And honestly, for a lot of buyers, it stops feeling scary pretty fast. If you need help looking for a home in the Lakes region of New Hampshire, either click the link below to set up a time to chat, or give me a call or text at 603-630-2678. See you in the next video.